Renowned Putin critic and former world chess champion Garry Kasparov. Garry, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I've been following your Twitter feed absolutely assiduously now for the last 2 months. I think you've been calling every part of this so accurately. What is your current reading of what is happening in Ukraine? What do you think Putin wants to achieve? And what should we in the West be doing more?
Thank you for having me again. I think we should separate two things. One is humanitarian catastrophe, atrocities, never-ending atrocities, never-ending Russian attacks against civilians, demolition of the country. That's all bad news. And we all share responsibility for inaction. For so many years, ignoring the fact that for Putin, attack on Ukraine was not a matter of if, but when. On the other side, we could see that Ukrainian army that successfully repelled Putin's attacks at the first stage of the war and now is defending the East, is about to become strong enough to counterattack. And I think that with all the support coming from the West, from all civilized nations, helping Ukraine to rearm and also helping them just to feed people and to support the army in any way possible. So with this support, Ukraine will win the war and will liberate the entire country. Ukraine will be whole and free, Crimea included. And the way I see it, that the liberation of Crimea and Ukrainian flag raised in Sevastopol, they will be the beginning of liberation of my country, Russia, from Putin's fascism.
Putin has been...
And as for the free world...
Well, I was going to say that Putin's been repeatedly saber-rattling, threatening to deploy Russia's nuclear arsenal. Do you think he's got any intention of actually doing that? Would he want to trigger World War III in that sense with nuclear exchanges with the West?
I think he's bluffing. It's not just his own decision. He needs enough support among rank and files of Russian military. And I doubt very much that there are many kamikadze, if any kamikadze at all, because they all understand, using even tactical nuclear weapons will not terrorize the West, will not put Western governments in panic, but it will invite an adequate response. And I think the whole idea of this nuclear bluff was to frighten Britain, Europe, America, and prevent them from supporting Ukraine. It didn't work out. And I think all the saber-rattling you hear now, it's a desperation, it's panic. And listening to Russian propaganda machine, I think they can feel that the end is near and Ukrainian army is about to start not just, holding the ground, but liberating their country.
And Garry...
And we all know from history that the military defeat of dictatorship, it's always the end of the dictator.
Well, yes, and I absolutely hope that what you're reading of this is correct and turns out to be the case. It would be great to think that would happen.